6-year-old Noah Pozner is was one of the victims of the Connecticut shooting, and Jetblue has decided to do something very touching for the family of this victim. A friend of Noah's aunt, Victoria, asked several airlines via Twitter to help deliver letters from Noah's relatives for a Sunday service that they're having, Sunday burial that they're having for him. And basically they're goodbye letters, farewell letters, which just thinking about that, the first time I read this story, it brought me to tears. Just sitting down and having to write that letter for a 6-year-old is so depressing. But JetBlue did decide that they will deliver the letters in time. And I just think that it's a kind thing to do. I think it's a no-brainer, to be completely honest with you. And I'm glad that they're doing it.
Yeah, it's a great story. It was a really sweet thing. So I think that, yeah, because he was buried already on Monday, so they had to get that stuff there Sunday, so they couldn't do it any other way that she thought, other than having an airline do it. And it's incredibly touching. I'm going to guess that Noah might have been Jewish, so they had to get that funeral done quickly. And it's incredibly sweet. And obviously, if he's not Jewish, it doesn't make any difference. But it's an incredibly sweet story and good for JetBlue. Yeah,
I'm really glad that they're doing it. I don't know, just. It's really, really hard to think about what that family is going through. And I know that that's been said over and over again, but I can't handle it.
You know, here's what's not been said over and over again. I don't know, and Jenk and I talked about it on Friday. It's not just what they're going through now, of course, and I pray that these families have other kids, just because I don't know what the parents would do without any other kids. I just don't know how you get going. But I mean, it's not now, and it's not. This week is obviously particularly hard. This month, this year, but it never changes. I mean, and it's different than if these 20 kids had been killed in a bus crash. It would have been tragic and horrible, and the families' lives still would have been changed forever. But there is something about the horror of your loved one, especially a child, as the victim of this kind of violence. I mean, they're never going to be right, ever. You know, they'll do the best they can, and I hope they'll do well. But it is a life-ruining event, a life-changing, a negatively life-changing event. And you know, I don't see how you ever get right. I think what would help you get right, obviously, is if you got to care for other kids. But it's freaking horrific. And you know, every little thing that's small that companies can do, like JetBlue, that was great. Good for them. Bravo.
Yeah.